Hi, my name's Dee, and I'm the Spicy Librarian.
Hi, I'm Katie, and I missed you.
I
haven't seen you for a week or so.
That is understandable.
You've been away.
I have been away.
Yeah.
I've been still working, but away from the store. I went to visit my son over in the States.
Yes.
So, two things
Okay.
that I knew, I know where my son lives.
Okay.
I also know, as a separate piece of information, about all the hikers and people on vacation and young people and vulnerable people, etc., who go missing on the Appalachian Trail. Or do you got Appalachian?
Is he
Whatever it
living
is.
there?
I didn't know that they were the same thing.
That's
So I
amazing.
booked an Airbnb, which was a cabin in the woods. It's
Oh.
literally a wooden cabin, like a beautiful kind of, as you would, with glass all down one side, so you could see like rivers and all the woods and stuff. And you went in, it was gorgeous, had a little kitchen, little front room, and then a spiral staircase that took you to the top half of the cabin, which was a beautiful big bed overlooking all of it. So it's all glass. So
Sounds
you couldn't,
cozy.
you can't run around in your knickers because people, well, the bears would see.
Yeah, or the
Oh, the bears.
Appalachian. I don't-
The Appalachian will see.
People.
Yeah, okay, fine. I didn't realise the same thing. And one of the nights, I was reading a slasher book. And I was
thank you.
fucking terrified to go to bed. Do you know how I managed to, you know how like when you're a kid and you need a wee in the middle of the night and you have to kind of give yourself a, right, well, if I run now, then they won't be able to get me from, you have to
Yeah.
give yourself something crazy to think about and focus
Yeah.
on. My thing was, with the spiral staircase, they can't really carry an axe up ready to murder me because they would get caught. Yeah, so that was,
So you'd be
yeah,
all right.
I'd be all right.
But then have you got to run past them to get back down?
Oh, there was no running past anyone. I would have had to go down swinging.
I was just thinking that. I was going to ask you whether you were a runner or a fighter, but I feel like I already know the answer to that.
It's not really a question, is it? I will fight you as
You'd
soon
be
as
like,
look at
give
you.
me that axe.
Yeah. I'll be
Let's
like,
go. Put it down.
This was the Crocodile Dundee. That's not a knife.
Yeah.
yeah, like...
Wow.
No, I regularly, this time I did not travel with a machete. So, you know, it was...
Did your son not say, Mum, maybe this is not where you should be staying?
No, because he doesn't know anything about folklore on the Appalachian Trail or
Oh.
anything like that. No, I was like, did get there, and it wasn't until I put those two and two together on the third night staying there, and I thought, I'm a little bit murderable.
Yeah, I put myself in a vulnerable spot
Yeah,
to get
I
some
am
peace and
going
quiet.
to end up on the side of a milk carton.
Oh, no.
Have you seen this woman?
Oh, that would have sucked.
Yeah, but it was really pretty.
Yeah, read a few books, I imagine.
I read 18 books in a week.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, I am excited to hear what you've read.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you going to borrow them all?
Yes, I am.
Well, there's some that won't be worth bothering, but we'll talk about that. Have you read anything since we last? Okay.
I've read 5 books, I think. I know.
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. And
What-
one of them was homework. I know.
Look how smug you are.
I know I am. I was
don't-
very excited
Can we
to
get
tell
this
you.
girl a sticker? Have we got any
Gold star,
stickers?
yes.
Oh, like gold star? Really? Depends on what the book is. What was your book homework?
Grave Matter.
So you read that. Mm-hmm. I recommended you read that book because I read Nick Cutter's The Dorians, which I said to you reminded me of Karina Halle's Grave Matter.
Yeah.
Can you see why that reminded me of that?
Yeah.
And what did you think of Grave Matter?
I wanted to like it more than I did. I know. I really like the setting and I love the twist.
Yes.
The twist was phenomenal.
Yes.
And actually, I think it will be a great reading experience to reread it now you know.
Yeah.
Because it sets it up. I'm not going to spoil it because that
Well,
would suck
sounds
for
like
this,
you are.
because this is a big twist.
Yeah, okay.
But the beginning of it doesn't really make much sense until you understand that point.
Okay.
That makes sense? That sounds really cryptic. I'm
No.
trying not to be.
I get it. I would say it doesn't make sense. I would say you're like, what's going on
Yeah.
here? Like, what? There's something
There's a lot
creepy
of,
and
like,
something. What's
Yeah,
going on?
Elements that come in and out that you're like, that doesn't. What is happening?
Yeah. What's that got to do with anything?
But the setting, the research facility, all of that was very moody horror. That was done really, really well.
I have to say, I still prefer it to The Dorians by Nick Cutter.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was. Do I want to say more rounded? or do I want to say just better filled out? It just felt like if they were both a sketch, Grave Matter had more saturation to it.
I did think.
Does that
as
make
well.
sense?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think I go the other way, but I
Okay.
think that's because I didn't really like the FMC, to be honest.
Okay.
Some of the degradation kink in there was wild and came out of left field.
I did, didn't it?
It did.
Yeah.
You're like 30 pages in, and then you get to a new chapter, and it's just like, take this dick, and you're like, oh, okay.
Well, I mean, it was just a suggestion.
Yeah.
I think she quite enjoyed said dick.
I mean, she was having a great time.
Yeah.
It was just they hadn't really met much yet at this point. So,
Sometimes I forget how sheltered you are. And it's really cute.
you know, they hadn't been on any dates.
They hadn't even held hands
They
properly
hadn't,
yet.
you know.
Yeah.
So I was like, whoa, that came out of nowhere. I think for the horror element, I preferred Nick Cutter's, but for the twist at the end, I preferred Grave Matter. But I'm really glad that I read it.
Yeah.
And the recommendation was on point because it
Look
is
at
one
us
of those.
reading the
I
same
know,
book.
I was really excited to tell
This
you.
is like our job.
I know.
And we've done
We're
it.
doing it.
We're doing it. We're doing it for a year now.
Yeah, I
This has
know.
happened, what, twice?
Yeah.
Right.
Good job.
Go. Score.
I also read. I'm going to run through them quick because I want to
Okay.
hear what you read. I reread Nightshade by Autumn Woods to read Daybreak.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm fly on you. No, you're too slow at it. We were doing this earlier.
I'm ninja.
you try a ninja and then clap slow. It's like,
I may have been to more cricket than I have ninja classes.
okay.
Okay.
I've probably been to more ninja classes, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you're like a black belt though, aren't you? Yeah.
Not like a black belt.
I know you are a black belt.
In what? You're a black belt in what?
Taekwondo.
That's the kicking people shit, right?
Oh, full beat up, yeah.
Yeah.
Full smackdown. I was an angry teen.
So we can just put you on the security staff list as well.
Done.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Maybe not, at the ball, like I'm going to be in a big dress and lots of podcast gear, so maybe not then, but
That would be quite funny.
when I'm not working.
If someone got slapped down by someone in a ball dress.
Are we keeping all of this in?
Cinderella fucked me up.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, we weren't supposed to be swearing for the first 3 minutes of this
all
podcast.
right, it's
Are
all
we
right.
gone?
Are we done?
You're 7 in.
Okay, that's fine. Someone told us that our podcast will reach more new audience people, like Spotify and whomever will push it out further if we don't swear within the first 3 minutes. And we were like, we'll try.
We were just going to sit in silence, weren't we?
Yeah, we just like
for 3 minutes.
skip forward.
Yeah.
We'll meet you then.
Yeah, because we can't do it.
Okay.
So I reread Nightshade, and then I read Daybreak, which was an anticipated read for me.
Was it as good as you wanted it to be?
No.
Oh, isn't that always the way?
But rereading Nightshade, that was 5-star. Daybreak was 4-star, only because there are some parts where she has interactions with her friends that I found really cringy.
Okay, is it setting up, is there a third or is it a completed duology?
No, it's done. But
It's
as
done.
a duology,
Oh.
it is really good.
Okay.
I would recommend it.
Okay.
It is, and there is some he's pathetically in love with her, which I don't normally like. I know you're pulling a face, but it's really good for that
Okay.
reason.
All right.
I also
I was going to read it on the plane, but I did not.
No.
No.
Okay. Okay.
If I'm honest, I just forgot.
Okay.
I just completely forgot about it.
I also read. Oh, I might need to pull it. Oh, I did a couple of thrillers.
Oh, yes, me too.
I did one called The Mad Wife by Megan Church, which is set in the 1950s. Her name's Lulu, and she's a housewife.
Okay.
And she becomes obsessed with her neighbor across the road, Bitsy. And
Such a fabulous 1950s name.
I know. And it's very good at being suffocating in the sense of the expectation on women on the 1950s, how they had to have pearls on and keep the house clean, and they didn't really have much choice in anything. And I'm not going to spoil it because there is a huge twist which is done really, really well.
Okay.
So well.
Okay.
But there are some really dark themes around how men had decisions around women's medical procedures and things
Oh,
in there.
God,
It's
yeah.
quite dark.
Okay.
So that was a really good one.
Although, go back to the time where women could be called hysterical and get medically prescribed orgasms.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. But
Yeah, that one maybe.
let's start a petition today. Bring
bring
that
that
shit
back.
back. Yeah.
I read one called Roof Boy by Jess Blatchley, which had a really good premise. She has a 7-year-old son, the FMC, and she believes that he is a psychopath
Okay.
at 7.
Okay.
So she shelters him from the outside world. Like, she doesn't even let him go into the garden because she thinks he's going to start killing all the animals.
Oh.
And it's supposed to talk around whether murderers are born or something happens.
Nature, nurture.
Yeah, basically.
Right.
Great premise. And then about 40% from the end, it just goes wild for absolutely no reason.
It's giving. We need to talk about Kevin with helicopter parenting.
Yeah, 100%. We Need to Talk About Kevin's one of my favourite books.
Oh, it's so uncomfortable to read.
It
I
is.
did that at a book club many years ago when I was
Yeah.
very young, and every single one of the other women was at a book club was a military wife, and they were full twin set and pearls, and that book club went off.
I can imagine.
It went
That
crazy.
is a wild book
Yeah.
to choose for that book
I
club.
just sat there with my cup of tea, like, I don't understand what's happening here with these women.
Scary.
That was crazy.
It had great premise, and then it just lost it for me. It got a bit
Okay.
spiritual.
Oh.
And there's a time and a place, and in a psychological thriller, I don't think it's the place for
I
it.
think it's not necessarily the audience for it either, is it?
No.
So I wonder if that was. Have you had a look at reviews? Is that generally the consensus that a lot of
No,
people?
I haven't looked actually.
Oh,
I should
okay.
look.
I wonder if it is because it sounds like it's off-brand. It
Yeah.
sounds like it's gone, like you say, left. And
Yeah, and just kind of at the end, like she needed something else to add in, so then she took it spiritual, and it didn't really.
so in
make
case
sense.
it's not, this is not wild enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the last one that I did, which I finished last night or the night before, was Twisted Hate by Ana Huang. And I read Twisted Love last year, and I was like, this isn't for me. But I had Twisted Hate on my bookshelf, and I wanted something that was like fluffy.
Which is the Twisted Hate? Which is what's her job? Who is she?
She's I know they're Josh and Jules. He's a doctor.
Yeah.
And she is a lawyer or training to be a lawyer, and they hate each other.
Yes.
So have you read them?
Yes.
So Josh, the doctor, is the brother
of the
Thingy,
first
and
woman.
That's
yeah,
it.
that's right. Yeah. got it. And she's the mouthy kind of bit of a slapper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I actually really enjoyed that. I quite liked the hate fucking. I thought it was done very well.
Okay. I don't remember enough about. You'll be surprised to hear. I don't remember. I remember it being completely fine.
Yeah.
I remember not having anything negative to say about it, but it not changing my life either. And that's
Yeah.
like we say all the time. There is completely a place for books like that.
Yeah. I think for me, I'm glad it did what I needed it to do and be like that palette cleanser fun time. And I would maybe read some of her other, the King series.
Yes, I have not read those yet.
No.
No, I've read all the Twisted series.
Yeah.
I have not read any of the Kings of.
I'm kind of
I think
interested.
because when I found the Twisted, the Kings of were already halfway through. I think you were quite deep in, and it was just a case of I'm not really bothered to go back and read 4 more before I catch up with where she is. So
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
I will do them at some point, and again, probably as fuck nuggets.
Yeah.
But
Other than that, it's just one of those,
Yeah.
isn't it? So yeah, that was mine.
amazing. Well done, you.
Thank
We're
you.
all very proud of you. Would you like to hear what I've been reading?
I would absolutely. Yes.
Okay, I'm going to gloss over some. I will go into a bit more depth on others. So I have done, first things first, to say very quickly, again, not all of this, to caveat, not all of this is in the romance genre, because I wanted to read that many books, I had to break it up a bit.
Yeah.
I read the first 3 books in the Dungeon Crawler Carl series.
Okay. Good.
No, I can't say formulaic, that's the wrong word. Repetitive. A little bit repetitive, a little bit redundant. But if you are the type of person who likes, and no, this is not even true either, because I like to. If you watch kind of Critical Role, or you like to watch people playing Dungeons and Dragons for a bit of it,
Yeah.
this is for you. I'm not sure the full series will be. I'm not sure. I will probably do the rest of the series at some point, but certainly not anytime soon. I liked the main character. I loved... God damn it, Donut. But it's... So it's... he gets sucked into kind of almost like what would be a role-playing game, but it's real life.
Yeah.
And each level gets progressively harder, and there are bosses you've got to fight, and there are other kind of players, and there's non-player characters, and you got to collect things and do all sorts of bits of armor that you collect or whatever. But each book is a different level.
Okay.
So it's I've read the same book 3 times. It was like a bit like, you remember like when you used to read the books and you could choose what they do next?
Yeah.
I felt like I've read 3 books that was one of those books.
Right, okay.
So there is a place for it, and I'm 100% convinced that this is predominantly will sit with a lot more of our male readers than it will with our female.
Okay.
I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it. I'm saying I've got 3 books in, and I'm now getting to the point where if I read the next book now, I would skip it. I would be skipping bits because I've read it.
Yeah.
I know, like, there's going to be a monster.
Yeah.
You're going to have to make a decision. You're going to have a close call with death. You're going to have an interview with some super galactic person. You're going to get a little bit more loot. The cat will do something weird, and you will shout, "God damn it, donut."
And then
Next book.
Okay.
So, good, not my favourites. Probably just not aimed at me, though.
Yeah.
I read, what else have I read? I've read a book called You Girls Play Nice.
Okay.
Really good. So it's kind of thriller-ish. So on my Fable, if anyone follows my Fable, I don't spoil books. I tend to just give like little snippets as a review. So I gave it 4 stars, and I put sisterhood, feminine rage, justice, and twists and turns. So with this one, I did enjoy this one. So you've got 5 friends.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the book, one of the friends has died. She's been murdered.
Okay.
And we are at a trial for the friend that's died's boyfriend, who we're fairly damn sure did it.
Okay.
He does not go to prison for it. So the 4 friends are kind of picking up the pieces of the injustice that they believe's happened. So they are kind of getting together, still trying to bond that friendship together, etc. They are 3 years after the trial. They're at one of them's house, and they're having a couple of glasses of wine. And the friend that's the quietest amongst all of them is like, I keep having this recurring dream that I kill him. And they're all like, what? Like, yeah, like, okay. Because if any of them was going to say it, it would be one of the mouthy friend, or the kind of moral high ground friend. But it was the mousy friend that said it. So they decide that as a bit of a girls' club, what they're going to do is every week when they meet up for a glass of wine, they're going to take it in terms. They're going to kind of like pitch how they would kill him, but like full on kind of whiteboard style pictures, diagrams, and it's not just I'd give him an overdose. It's elaborate.
Yeah.
And they are kind of clapping and cheering for each other, and then all of a sudden, people start dying in those ways, which are oddly specific and crazy.
Okay.
In the real world. And they're like, what the fuck?
Okay.
One of them gets arrested.
One of the friends?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not going to say anything else.
It sounds really good.
It's really good.
Okay.
I should lend it to you. It's not a romance. It's not a romance. I will lend it to you.
That
You
sounds
will really
really
like
fun.
it. And it's a really cool cover with a Barbie on it as well.
Nice.
I read Tide by Carrie Cole. Have you ever heard of Carrie Cole?
No.
I had not either.
Okay.
I picked it up in the States. She is very Penelope Douglas.
Okay.
I wrote as my review on this, Holy Trauma Bonding and Angst. This is Mia Sheridan and LJ Shen in the best of both.
Oh.
Giving very Penelope Douglas.
Yeah.
If you like Credence, if you like Birthday Girl. So I read Tide, which is actually the second in the interconnected standalones. But I didn't know that when I picked it up. But it doesn't matter. You can read them in any order. We've got Torn, which is the first one in store.
These dark romances?
No, not necessarily.
Oh, okay.
They're contemporary.
Okay.
Yeah, with depth.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So they're not fluffy.
Yeah.
But they are contemp.
Okay.
So yeah, I really enjoyed that. I gave that 4 stars.
Okay.
I read To Cage a Wild Bird.
Yes.
I really liked this one.
Okay.
I gave it, what did I give it? 4.5 stars. And I've got a note on it in store that I say, this is Prison Break meets Hunger Games.
Oh, really?
And I wrote in my little thing here, Fab. Really enjoyed this one. Dystopian Prison Break.
See, this is one of those that the cover gives nothing away.
No.
So you'd have no idea what you're letting yourself in for.
Was this off the back of the live episode?
Yes, when you said...
It was one of the he's a 10 bucks.
Yes.
And everyone went wild for it.
Yes. So I read it on the back of that. It's really good.
Okay.
It's really good.
I'm gonna
It
add
deserves a lot more hype than it's actually currently getting.
that. Okay.
But I
That's
think,
good to know.
again, I think some of these books and some of the others that I'll read you in this list are so good, but they came out at the same time as so much other stuff.
Yeah.
And so they can't, not everything can get attention at the same time.
Yeah.
I read a sports romance called First Flight, Final Fall, which is a soccer romance.
Mm-hmm. No.
I have written here, not for me. I think I gave it a 1.25 star.
Ooh. Okay.
It was characters that I had no intention of giving any consideration for.
Oh.
I didn't like either of them. I didn't think they belonged together. I didn't think they belonged with anyone. I didn't think they belonged on the page in front of the book that I was
Okay.
reading. I did not have a good time. So
Okay,
that was
we
not
won't
for me.
read that one then.
No. I read A Bargain So Bloody.
Yes.
So this is a slow burn vampire romantasy. So this is, so I always talk about romantasy books in two forms. I talk about bubblegum romantasy,
Yeah.
which is the ones that you have, they are great.
Yeah.
You have a great time, but they don't involve any form of, ooh, what if, and double thinking, and,
Yeah.
they just bubble along and you'll have a lovely time. And then you have your slightly deeper ones that are kind of, a bit more, you kind of, I'm going to say throne of glass, but you won't understand what I mean by that, but because you can't read. But you know what I mean. So and this was sitting slightly more in the bubblegum, but I had a great time.
How slow burn are we talking?
Very slow burn.
Very slow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not spicy.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Okay.
But really good.
Okay.
Like, really good. I really enjoyed it. I read another sports romance. I read a Slipstream, which is a Formula One.
Okay.
And I give that a 3.5, and I said it was a cute little summer sports read.
That's it.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
really good. It was fine.
Yeah.
Don't really remember the characters' names now.
Yeah.
But it was perfect palate cleanser type stuff. If you're
Yeah.
looking for something for by the pool, on the beach, whatever,
Yeah.
throw that in your handbag. Fine. I read, and this is where I shit myself in my little cabin in the woods trying to go to bed. I read a sapphic slasher book,
Okay.
which I've been trying to get into the shop because it's a slasher horror book, but it's sapphic. There's some romance in there, and it's worthwhile getting in. And it was just delightful.
Scary? Or just scary because of where you were?
So I'll tell you one little bit about it. So we start with our FMC being 11 years old, and her and her mum are living in this motel, a typical kind of American-style motel complex with a pool in the middle. Mum works in the diner that's attached. They have escaped from abusive dad.
Yeah.
So that's where they're living. And she's been homeschooled by mum in this motel. So she never really leaves the motel at the moment. She's bored. She's a kid. It's 11. It's summertime. In the middle of the night, she can't sleep. So she gets up. It's about 11 o'clock at night or whatever. And she goes for a walk round. And she's just walking around the complex. It's all lit up and stuff. She's walking by the pool. And she notices there's a sign on the pool. And you know where it says, like, no diving, no lifeguard on duty, blah, blah, blah. It says in bold red capitals underneath, no opening your eyes underwater.
Okay.
So she's like, I'm going to do that shit.
Yeah.
So she jumps in because she's 11 and she opens her eyes. And then she sees these like little silver dimes of eyes at the deep end.
No.
And it swims towards her.
No.
And it turns out to be a 1950s doo-wop singer, the ghost of.
Okay. This is
He
wild.
smiles and he's got these crazy big sharp teeth. And she's 11, so she's like, hi.
Oh.
He comes up to her
Yeah.
and he gives her 3 taffies, 3 candies.
Yeah.
And it's like, she's like, what are these? And then he goes, they're wishes. So she makes her first wish and she's 11. So she wishes that her hair turns pink in the sun. Because that's what an 11-year-old would wish.
Yeah.
he doesn't tell her all the rules. So she gets out the pool and she's like, see you later. And she goes round, and then Tony, who's a guy who works in the diner with her mom, comes out. He's like, what the hell are you doing up?
Yeah.
Like, just come here, sit on that stool, and I'll just turn all the lights off and stuff, and I'll walk you back to your room. So she's sat there swinging on a stool at the counter and stuff. Jukebox starts playing with a song that our friend from the pool sang. And she's like, that's weird. No one touched it. Whatever. Vicky is biting her nails.
This is terrifying.
She hears a really big bang
Yeah.
in the kitchen. She goes to find Tony. Mm-hmm. Tony's on the floor with his throat slashed. There is a cost to every one of your wishes. Please come.
Yeah.
They're not going to believe her about her story about the man in the pool and this, that, and the other, because she's 11 and she's obviously making it up for attention, and it was clearly just somebody who was robbing the place and blah, 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 whatever. Anyway, we now fast forward.
Okay.
We fast forward to a time where our 11-year-old who is called Sunday, I believe, with like the ice cream, who is now cheerleader, and it's prom weekend.
This is...
So they decide they're going to go on a prom trip, and they go to the same cove. That hotel has been flattened,
Yeah.
but there's another one.
Okay.
Also happens to have the jukebox.
This is...
It sounds so good.
It was really good. I'm like on the edge
It
of
was
my seat.
really good. I mean, it was total bubblegum bullshit, but I was sat for it.
Yeah.
And it terrified me. I was giggling, but also frightened.
Just because you didn't, can we have the name and
Yeah.
author of the book?
Yes, absolutely. It is. And I'm trying to get it in store, but I believe it hasn't actually been published in the UK yet, because I bought it in the States. So I'm going to try and get it in. It's called Body Count, and the author is Cody Crowley. Codie Crowley. Body Count. And I gave it 4 stars because I had a great time.
I love that. I think if you're looking for like a gentle start into Halloween season and spooky reads,
Because
that
it's a
sounds
summer
perfect.
Halloween-y thing.
Yeah,
In fact,
Halloween.
I love that. Okay, next one I read, The Lure of Wolves and Whispers, which we've got it in store. It's technically not actually out till this Tuesday, tomorrow, so we've got it out. But I bought it in the States. It is by, because you're going to ask me in a minute, Amanda Connolly.
Okay.
It's a solidly good romantasy. You know how when you read, it's not like oh my God, this is the best romantasy I've ever read, but you know when you read the start of a romantasy series, like for me, I can't talk to you about this, but you know when you read like Throne of Glass or you read ACOTAR and you're like, okay, I'm sat, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm ready for this series.
Yeah.
That's the feeling I got from that one.
I need one of those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was good. I enjoyed that one. And it might be one that I picked it up very last minute because it was near the checkout where I was buying books.
Yeah.
But if I was stopped and browsing and making conscious decisions, I probably wouldn't have done, because the cover, both in the States, the one I have and the one we've got in store, quite uninspiring. I mean, I think it's just green.
Oh, okay.
But it was definitely worth a read. I really enjoyed it. I gave that a 4-star. I read a thriller, Julie Clark one. I read The Ghostwriter.
Okay.
Can't really remember too much of what it was about, other than yes, I do. The FMC, her dad was a serial killer.
Okay.
And he was convicted and stuff, and he was tell a lie, he wasn't convicted. He got away with a lot of stuff on technicalities, but he was a horror writer.
Okay.
And she gets an invitation. She's a writer. She's a down on her luck biography writer, and she gets an invitation to write his book. And he's like, he only wants her, and she's like, no, I'm not involved. I'm not going back to see my dad.
Yeah.
And they're like, they offer her too much money, so she goes and has the meeting, and it's not to write his biography, it's to help finish writing his book. She's like, well, I only write biographies, and he's like, no, you don't understand. I want to tell you what actually happened.
Okay.
I think was it her brother? He wasn't a serial killer. I'm telling a lie. I'm forgetting this book completely. It was her brother and her sister that died, and everyone assumed her dad had something to do with it. She was the only kid that didn't die.
Got a lot of twists.
Yes. So yeah, it was good. It was I think I gave it a 3.5, but I will read another Julie Clark. I gave it a 4. I'll read another Julie Clark thriller again. I read Us Dark Few, and then the second one, Us Deadly Few. And my review of the first one was giving Shawshank and Tracy Wolfe. Have you ever read any Tracy Wolfe?
No.
Okay, so Tracy Wolfe wrote Crave, the Crave series, which
Okay.
not a lot of people talk about. In fact, I might get it in store. It's not YA, but it's kind of, Sarah J. Maas kind of level of not very much spice until there is spice later in books. I enjoyed it. I gave that a 4.5, and the second book I gave a 4. And I've put overall, I like this series. Feels a little borrowed in places, but randomly from films rather than from books. I would have enjoyed RFMC not having to be rescued quite so much.
Oh, okay. So this is on my wish list, this one. It's a start for you.
I did, so I've got them both, the first one and the second one in stock, and I will be reading the third one.
Okay.
I always think that with a trilogy as well, it's always, the second book is always difficult because you've got to set up for the ending.
Yeah.
So it's always a little bit trudgy in places, and I felt it.
Okay.
However, I had a great time.
Okay.
I also read So I Met This Guy, and it was a totally fine as a summer read. I put 3 stars. I did read Just Another Dead Boy.
That's in store, isn't it?
It was. I've sold out of it this weekend because I loved it. It is by Kelly McCochran. I'm going to let you spell that one. I thought it was delightful. It was not smutty in any way, shape or form. There's no spice in it.
Okay.
So it's centered around a premise where it's kind of... It's set in the future. I think it's like 2050, 2060, maybe something like that. Everyone is born with a tattoo of the date that they will die.
Oh, don't like that.
No.
Okay.
Some people are like, well, I'm going to be 99, so I'm fine. But some people obviously are born and their date will say that they'll die at like, say like our MMC, 17.
Oh.
And he's born into a very rich family, and there is a place that he can go, and it's kind of based around, like the Catskills and stuff, which is the like the Center Parks area just outside of New York, where it used to be a huge Jewish holiday place. But these kind of basically like a Center Parksy type thing.
Okay.
But you can, in these places, you can do everything. You can do all your bucket list stuff.
Right.
And you sign up for a inverted commas procedure, and you can't have it on your date because you might be due to die at 1 minute past midnight, and they don't want people dying on the premises from, whatever, for bloody or accidents or anything like that. So you have to have your procedure on the day before your date, and they'll essentially just put you to sleep. Because if you're due to die when you're, say, 24 or 17 or something, it's not going to be a nice death, is it?
No.
You're not dying of old age in your sleep.
Yeah.
It's not, so people with money can go to these places. Now, we start the story with this couple who are the parents of our MMC, and they are in an office, and they're sorting out their stay. They've just arrived. And they are offered the full R&J package. And they're discussing what the R&J package is, and that's the Romeo and Juliet package. Whereas basically they have workers on staff who what they'll do is with a girl of a similar age, they'll give her a little kind of like a prosthetic patch to make it look like her date is around the same date as his son, and she will spend his last week with him, like having fun, bonding over the fact that they're going through this together. So it's almost like it gives him the feeling of falling in love, because some people will never experience it.
Okay.
And they talk about how the psychological aspects of feeling like you're not going through something on your own is really beneficial and can help calm people in their last days.
On the flip side, this is giving before you put your dog down and you take him to the beach and give him chicken nuggets.
Yeah,
pretty much.
This is chicken nuggets on the beach for the dogs, yeah. So they're like, oh, I don't know, because he's just like, I'm not sure he'll believe it. And then our Juliet is like, I've done this before, and it's just nice for them not to be on their own.
Okay.
He doesn't have to kind of fall in love with me. He just has to not feel like he's on his own or have that as an option.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay. So she actually genuinely goes from this meeting and runs into him, smack bang into him by accident.
Okay.
And it would have been a great meet cute, except it was genuine, and he's really pissed off, and she's thrown milkshake all over the both of them, and she's like, fuck, how am I going to claw this back?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not going to say anything else. It's really good.
Sad.
It's not the happiest you'll ever be,
Oh, okay.
but it's really very good. It's a
Okay.
very good book.
This sounds very good.
I've very much enjoyed that one, and I've been pushing that on people as well. I read Thirst Trap, which is I'm not going to say who it's by. I might get Sive to come and say who it's by, because it's an Irish author, and I will absolutely butcher that name. It's based around a group of friends. Yeah, exactly right.
Can we try?
No, I'm
We
not
can
gonna
cut
try.
it out.
Do you want to
What can I
try?
say?
No. It's O'Hare is the surname.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go with O'Hare. Group of friends that are just turning 30, and they all, go out and drink together and do drugs together and blah, blah, blah. And it's about how their lives have changed, except, in my opinion, their lives haven't changed, and they're still doing stupid shit that they shouldn't be doing anymore. And I didn't find any of them sympathetic.
Okay.
I did not have a good time. That one was not for me. I put some funny moments, but all in all, very uncomfortable to read.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't for me. Now, this is where we're going to have a conversation.
Yeah, go on.
I read Yesteryear.
Okay.
Didn't like it at all.
See, this is disappointing. This was a 5-star read for me.
I wanted to love it.
Okay.
I put it's almost 4 different books, but not quite. I didn't know whether it was a comment on social feminism. I didn't know if it was a comment on 1950s life. I didn't know if it was a comment on mental health. I didn't know if it was trying to be a thriller. It was trying to be too many things, and it didn't quite hit on any of them. And I just felt annoyed.
Wild. I loved it. You didn't think the twist was so clever?
No, because I got it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Straight away?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see it coming.
I didn't see it as a twist. I saw it as a very drawn out lack of explanation until the last part of the book.
I loved the take on influencer and social media and how it essentially is like a prison for people in terms of the pressure of trying to keep up with it and how fake it is. I loved that.
I did not.
Like it.
I did not.
We can agree to disagree.
As you know, Anne Hathaway is a best friend of mine.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a conversation with her about what she does for the film aspect.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure she's going to call you before she...
Well, obviously.
Yeah. She's
there needs to
expecting
be... I 100% suspect that there will be heavy edits before, from a screenplay point of view.
This is a good conversation to have about screen adaptations and what's coming up that I think we should have.
Okay.
Not right now, but at some point.
Okay.
Because there are
I was
so
ready
many
then,
films.
and then, okay, yeah.
But yeah, I think it would be interesting to see if they change a lot of it.
Yeah. The last one I want to talk about, which was the first one I read since we spoke last, which was the very cute summer read, Around the World in 80 Days. If you want to just have a little giggle and a very quick read in between anything else that you read at all, definitely worth a punt. It was fun. It was fluffy. It's not really my thing, but it was a perfectly good read.
I love the fact that I would say 70% of this is like contemporary sports, fluffy romances.
I'm trying because so I did so the romantasy I did were quite heavy, and they were new series.
Yeah.
So I had to be able to read that many. I had to have that amount. Palette cleanses in the middle.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would never have kept up with what I was reading. I would not have remembered anything to be able to talk about it. So it was quite important that I did that. But yeah, no, and I also, I'm very conscious that I don't want, when people come in and ask for recommendations in the store or even online, I can't keep recommending the same 2 types of romance books. So there is so much out there, and I am trying to expand, and I will give everything a go. Just because I don't like something does not mean it's not a valid book.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I love that.
Thanks.
That's a great, well-rounded
Thank
reading.
you very much. Thank you. That was my week.
It's wild. That was my week.
Yeah. I don't like talking to people. Okay. So I don't want to wait. I want to talk about the movie adaptations and stuff now.
Yeah, okay. There's a couple that come to mind. I think one of the first ones, which is massive in the dark romance space, is obviously Haunting Adeline.
Oh, what are your thoughts and feelings on this?
I have pretty strong opinions on it. Haunting Adeline and Hunting Adeline are favourite books of mine.
Same.
However, there is a scene, obviously, in Haunting Adeline that I think if you put it in, you have to do it in a way that the film is then a horror film.
Yeah.
Or you're softening it down, but then are we romanticizing sexual assault?
I don't know if they'll do that. My thoughts, because I have thought about this scene a lot, my thoughts are what they will do is they will close frame on faces, and it'll be down to the viewer's imagination.
Okay.
So that if you have not read the book, you don't necessarily know exactly what's going on. However, if you've read the book, you're like, oh, he's doing that.
Right.
That's how I think they will handle it.
Yeah, rather
I'm
than
not
not
sure.
have it in at all.
Yeah.
Because they can't cut it out. It's like an integral turning point in their relationship,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's upsetting or dividing the community.
I can't see that there's any other way that they can handle it other than the way I've suggested.
And it's not a shame, but it's an interesting one because so many contemporary books get turned into TV shows and movies.
Yeah.
And there are so many phenomenal dark romance books.
Yeah.
But it's finding that space where you can turn it into something people will want to watch without losing the
What it is.
grittiness of it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
then you are not doing it justice.
Yeah. It's a hard thing because she has come out and said they are not changing the story. They're not.
Okay.
She's come out and said, for all of you that say I'm going to whitewash over this, that, and the other, blah blah blah. I'm not dumbing it down for anyone.
Yeah.
But I think that is the only way. I mean, let's be honest though. If we talk about it in terms of protecting her and standing up for her in a moment, how many films that are cinema-worthy films have you seen, and not like on a subscribable website, have you seen where you see something inserted into a vagina? Doesn't happen, does it?
No.
It's all inferred.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think...
I don't know, just to put my 2 pence in on this, because I have feelings as well.
Okay.
I don't know if the gun, that bit is actually the issue, and more that she explicitly lies there and tells him to stop.
you think that
Well, see, now I think it's going to be... I tell you how I think it's going to be framed. I think you're going to see their bodies sideways on from the waist up. I think you're going to see a gun come down, and I think you're going to see her jerk. And I think the way she says stop is not going to be like, oh my God, stop. It's going to be like, stop.
Yeah,
What are you
that
doing?
then doesn't do it. That then does.
That is
change
Is it?
down.
Is it? Or is it how we're reading it versus how she's reading it?
Oh, do you want to do this? Should we go pull? Should we go pull the book?
Where is the book?
Go get the book.
We can't. Because it's a Monday and I sell out of that book over a weekend.
Okay, so I can't find the we don't have the physical book because it's sold out obviously.
Yeah.
But it
Back in
says-
tomorrow.
If we Google it, it says like there's obviously the context and content of the scene, and it says the act. Zaid uses the weapon to intimidate her into stripping, complying, and leaving Adeline, terrified, crying, and feeling deeply vulnerable, while her inner monologue focuses on fear and trauma.
Okay.
I must confess, I read this last summer, so it's probably fresher in my mind than it is yours.
Yeah.
And I do enjoy the books. I really struggled with Haunting. I preferred Hunting.
I preferred Hunting.
But I remember texting you, because you were like, read it, it's a bit grey. And I remember texting Katie
You
and
were
going,
like,
there
"It's
was
not
nothing
grey."
grey about
Yeah.
that. That was pretty black and white. Like, I can understand how they moved past it, but in that moment, there's nothing black and white about what
Yeah.
happens.
So they'll have to soften it then.
Massively. I think it's two separate issues. The actual act of what physically happens and how she's feeling are different.
Yeah, I think that in some way, shape or form, they're going to have to wimp out of this. In some way, shape or form, they're going to have to, like, fade to black.
Yeah.
Whether it's emotionally or kind of physically. But
And on a similar note, the Mindfuck series is being turned into a TV show. And the feminine rage in that, because of what happens to the FMC, is a huge part of the storyline. The entire storyline would not exist. It's revenge, basically, what she does.
yeah.
And they cannot put that on screen because it's graphic sexual assault, basically.
They're going to have to do it as flashbacks.
Yeah.
They'll do it as flashbacks. That's how they'll do that. But I'm also very surprised. I mean, I know her family are handling this state at the moment, but they still have not made that book available to buy in the UK.
Yeah. Which is such a
I've
shame.
emailed, but I don't know if I've got through to the right people. But because I get asked for that book all the time, but I think it's so delicate as well, and I've got such mixed feelings about how I feel about bringing that in, because I know her family, the ones that benefit, so that's great. But because of how she passed,
Yeah.
I just think, God, is
Yeah.
there some things that we just say die with her?
I don't know. I think it's good to celebrate the work that she put out.
Absolutely. And if she wrote geography books brilliant.
Yeah.
But she wrote about domestic violence.
Yeah.
And she died through domestic violence.
Yeah.
So are we celebrating the fact that she was asking for help and no one helped her?
I will say the FMC in that book is a badass. She is essentially the villain.
So she was writing who she wanted to be.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a very...
It makes me very uncomfortable, I have to say. It makes me very uncomfortable. It makes me feel guilty. I did not know the woman.
Yeah.
She's not from this country. It makes me feel guilty because this woman, I feel, has, in the only way she could, asked for help and no one listened. And that makes me feel very uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's understandable. What about other book adaptations? So we spoke on yesteryear.
Yes. Yeah, and I just think, and I think this is where I generally am not a big lover of film or screen adaptations of books because I just think what someone else can put out, what happened in their brain, is never going to be the same as what happens in yours. With the one exception, I'll say I watched The Green Mile and I'd read that in the Stephen King books and I thought that's exactly as I imagined it.
Yeah.
And that has not happened very much to me before.
Okay.
However, I think you have an opportunity where you can take a book that was a bang average book or a subpar book and you can take the idea of it and go, actually, let's rework this.
Yeah.
This would be a great screenplay. And you can find clarity in things that are muddy on the page.
Yeah.
And I think I'll give you an example of that. Kazuo Ishiguro wrote a book called Never Let Me Go. Fantastic premise. Really great premise. I wish any other person on the planet had written that book. Okay. If I'd have given those characters and that plot line to another author, I feel like it would have come out as a more emotive book. I did not enjoy the pacing. I did not enjoy the nuance of that book. However, it's another one of those, when we say, like, you read a book, like we talked about this in Sadie Kincaid's The Auction. We read the blurb and you're like, I want to read that book. You finish reading the book, you read the blurb and you're like, I still want to read that book because I still haven't read that book.
It's not that book.
It's not so much about the blurb as such, but that story, they made that into a movie. Unfortunately, they cast a couple of people who they could have cast better, but it was a better film than it was a book. It was it's still a really great idea for a book, and I kind of want someone to rewrite it.
Yeah.
But so I do think with yesteryear. Sorry, I'm rambling. With yesteryear, I think Anne Hathaway has the knowledge, the industry knowledge. And the love of books enough that she could potentially fix. And we were talking about the yesteryear thing. I think this was before we were filming. You know how, like, you're talking to a child and they're like, and then oh look, a sunshine, and then I felt like that book was doing that. I was like, just focus, take a deep breath, and tell me what you are again.
I am excited for that. I think Anne Hathaway is going to do a really good job of it.
I feel like you're right. I think as a book on a whole, I did not enjoy it. I think it will be a better film once it's gone through a screen edit.
There's the other one that caused a stir when it came out, and I actually felt really sorry for the author, and I can't remember her last name. I'm pretty sure her first name is Chloe. She wrote the Boys of Tommen series.
Yeah, Chloe Walsh.
That's it.
Yeah.
She was really excited to announce that the Boys of Tommen was being turned into a TV series.
Yeah.
And she has, almost like similar to Heated Rivalry, she has a very devout fandom.
Yeah.
And her fandom turned on her so quick. They had a petition set up to take it down, to stop it from happening. And she was devastated.
So that is really cruel.
Yeah.
And if you're listening to this and you're the type of person that does that, shame on you. You don't have to watch it. If someone makes a film, don't watch it. If you don't want to see it as a film, don't watch it. Don't stop someone making money out of something that you love. You love this.
Yeah.
You've bought her books. You've told her she's done a good job. She's trying to make some money for herself because authors do not earn a lot of money.
Yeah.
They do not earn a lot of money.
Yeah.
So until she gets to that kind of deal where she's going to make herself some life-changing style of money, and still maybe not even that then.
Yeah.
Depends on how it does and how her kind of fee structure works. If she's on a percentage or if she's on a flat fee or whatever.
Yeah.
Let her make some money. She created these characters for you. You've loved it. Now let her have something out of it as well. Yeah. Let these characters work for her. And honestly, it's like people who tag authors in negative reviews. Don't do it. Don't be a dick.
Don't like it,
just don't be a dick.
Just move on, basically.
Yeah. Feel free. You are completely within your right to do your review. You're completely within your right to think, I don't think that this should be made into a film. I personally don't think Haunting Adeline should be made into a film. However,
petition to have it taken down is a bit strong.
yeah, in the nicest possible way, fuck off. Like, honestly, let people do their thing.
Yeah.
Let her make her bank.
It's mean.
It's mean. She has poured her life and her soul into creating those characters and those things for us to enjoy. She wants to make some money out of it.
Yeah.
Go get your money.
I imagine there's a lot of authors that, while they're writing, are like, oh, imagine if this becomes a movie one day.
Oh my God, it's wish list dream stuff, right?
And then you get to that point and your
and then
entire
the people,
fandom
the people are like, nah, I don't want this for you. I would like you to stay penniless and chained to your desk for the rest of your life. Yeah,
because I don't
off.
want to watch it.
No, I think I have to say, I don't stand with people who would behave like that. My whole belief in supporting people, women, men, whomever, like, they've done well at something, let them do well at it.
Yeah. And learn to separate it for what it is.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
Exactly that.
I agree.
Don't have to watch it. Don't look. Don't like it, don't look.
Yeah. Are there any others that you can think of that are coming out that you're excited for?
I'll be honest with you, I don't because I stay away from our socials.
Yeah.
And I have my head in books. I don't really know what's coming out. So I heard that. Nope, forgotten. There's one of the big romantasy series that got picked up, but then it's been parked. And I think a lot, especially with the romantasy, I think a lot of the movie studios and/or TV studios are picking things up so other people don't do them, but they aren't necessarily ready to do it themselves.
Yeah. I saw that. I haven't watched it, but the Verity. Have you read Verity?
No.
That's a good one. I know you're not really a Colleen Hoover fan. The twist at the end of that is good. So that's a good one. I've not watched the trailer, but everyone is very excited about that because that's like a... And to be honest, after what happened with the Blake Lively and what was his name? Justin Baldovey.
I don't really know about this.
We don't have enough time.
We don't have enough time, but unfortunately for Colleen Hoover, this film came out, It Ends With Us. Justin Baldovey plays the MMC.
But didn't he direct it as well or something?
I think so.
Yeah.
Blake Lively played the FMC,
Yeah.
and then she came out with sexual harassment claims against him.
Yeah.
And the focus went from this film being premiered to that drama between the two of them that turned into a court case and was messy for a very long time.
I don't think that hurt Colleen Hoover.
I mean, evidently not.
I do not think that hurt her because
Verity.
the amount of people who will have who maybe would not have picked up and gone to watch a romance movie were like,
the
there's
negative
drama.
attention
I want to see this.
would have been very good.
Let's see what's going on with this.
So it would be good to see the Verity. The other one, and this is not romance related, but I am very excited from a horror perspective.
Oh, I like a horror.
So the book is called Incidents Around the House by Victor Gu. I think it's Josh. Nope. John? No. Neither.
James.
Ding, ding, ding. Josh Mallerman.
Josh Mallerman.
tired today.
Incidents Around the House.
Incidents Around the House.
Incidents Around the House.
The only bugbear people have. So this is a horror.
Yeah.
It's mum, dad, little girl, she's 9.
Okay.
And there's other mummy.
Okay.
Mum and dad can't, this is not a spoiler, this is the premise. Mum and dad can't see other mummy. Other mummy lives in the girl's bedroom and says, please will you let me into your heart? Every day she says this. And throughout the book, and the book is told from the perspective of the 9-year-old the whole time.
Okay.
And every day, other mummy's like, please let me into your heart. And then she gets angrier and angrier and angrier. And the gripe that people have, because it's written from a 9-year-old perspective, you'll read it, and I think as a parent, you pick it up more where you're like, that child is presenting as younger than 9. There's some of, like, she calls them, like, mama and dada. It's so that's once...
some people still do that.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there are mummies and daddies, aren't there, for some grown people? But...
I mean, that means a very different thing in this shop.
Yeah, in this, where we're from, that's not quite...
Yeah, in our world,
yeah.
different thing.
I personally really enjoyed that horror book, and there are some scenes that I thought this would be amazing to come out. And they've just released a trailer called Other Mummy, and the trailer is different from the book, but there's a scene in it where they're in the kitchen, and Other Mummy Daddy sees Daddy. I'm doing it now. The dad sees her, and she's like under the counter, like clinging to the top of the counter. Her head's on the wrong way. Oh, it looks terrifying.
Can we have a little date? Can we go see that at the cinema together?
In the cinema. It would be
9th of
really
October,
good.
team.
9th
Yeah.
of October. I will read it.
Read it. And
I
then
will
we'll
read it
go.
this next month, and we'll have a little.
Yeah,
and
let
we'll.
me know.
What we should do is we'll film a little kind of segment before we go in, and we'll film us when we come out.
Before and after.
Yeah.
It looks
Done.
terrifying.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let us do it.
Because I love it. It'd be cool to see what you think of it as a horror.
Amazing.
When you get past the point that it's like this, she's not acting like 9. But once you get past that point.
See, now I think as well it'll depend on, like, for example, my son's 24.
Yeah.
Which I know you're all thinking, how is that possible when Dee, you are only 26?
Yeah.
The math ain't mathing, but we'll talk about that another day. So I don't remember. So it
Yeah.
could very well be, like, it might skirt over me.
Yeah.
Or sometimes if kids are too little kiddie, it makes me go, fucking grow up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think they read it and they were like, great premise, but we need to make this jumpy. And there is a scene like in the book where she's like crawling on the ceiling. So I think they've took that and ran with it and they've made it terrifying. And I'm excited.
Okay.
So
All
we'll do
right.
it.
We'll do it. It's a
Amazing.
date.
It's a date.
All that remains to be said for this week's podcast is, if you can't be good, be quiet. It's a library. Shh.